What is the best restaurant at Disney Springs?
Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you're watching the Theme Park Foodies. We are back at Disney Springs for the finale of our 5-part series where we dine at our top 5 favorite Disney Springs restaurants to see which we think is the best. And this one is all about the tiles behind us. It's Jaleo by José Andrés. The top 5 restaurants in this series have been Boathouse, Wolfgang Puck Bar Grill, Homecomin by Chef Art Smith, Morimoto, and of course,
Jaleo. And we are so sorry that there has been such a long gap between the last video and this one. Just we had scheduling conflicts, so it's been about a month, but we're here to finish it.
Yes, we both have full-time jobs. Sometimes it's hard for us to organize these series. We're finally finishing this one, and again, we appreciate your guys' patience. This is actually a come from behinder for us. So when we initially thought about starting this series, we realized there were some restaurants we hadn't eaten at. We didn't think Jaleo would be in our top 5. We ate at Jaleo, did a video on it probably about 2 months ago, and we realized this is definitely a top 5 restaurant here. One of our best or favorite experience we've ever had at Disney Springs has been at this restaurant. I did the tasting experience last time. This is a tapas-based restaurant, just so you guys know. So it's not going to be kind of like full service entrees. They're going to be shareable foods that you can have. I had the tasting tapas experience last time, and man, was I impressed.
Yeah, they do have a couple of entrees on the menu, but it is more, like Jay said, sharing style. And that experience really was an experience. Like, if you plan to do that, like, come with a lot of time, because it was so many courses of food. Like, the food just kept coming. And
they had some very unique things in that tasting experience. I remember really enjoying the fritters, that bread that they had. We also got an upcharge for the, I think it's Iberico ham?
Iberico ham.
Yeah,
it was
ham that they traced the lineage of these pigs all the way back to Roman times. I definitely have to get that again today. But today we're going to try to do our own little tasting experience to give you guys some different flavors maybe we didn't have the last video. I also saw a burger promoted at the front, and I'm seeing that on Monday to Thursday, kids will eat free in here. You get free tapas for your kids at a high-end restaurant. Pretty nice.
Yeah, they gotta bring the crowds in here. It's hot. No one wants to come during the summer.
For those that don't know, Jaleo is celebrity chef José Andrés' restaurant here at Disney Springs. It's the same name as his first restaurant, and I believe José Andrés was the person who popularized tapas in the US, right, Sam?
He was, and he's an amazing person. He's like an internationally recognized humanitarian. He does a lot of great things, which that's not what this video is about, but he's a good person to support. Yeah,
we want to give you guys some insight in regards to the places that we go to here. I wonder where this will rank at the end of the video. Since this is the finale, we will be going from 5 to 1, naming our top 5 restaurants. We're going to go over number 5 to number 1. This is actually probably the hardest list we've tried to produce. We'll get more on that at the end, because I think every restaurant provides something different and brings something different to the table.
All the food scores were very high. I did average all of them, and so far Boathouse had the highest with the food scores, and then the other 3 were just neck and neck. They were all super close, so we are going to factor in service, the experience, everything. With such high quality food at all 5 places, you have to factor in all these other things.
Yes. All right. Are you ready, Sam? I'm hungry for some Jaleo.
I think I'm ready. Last time we were here for like 3 hours because of that tasting experience.
Yeah, no tasting experience today, but we will be showing you guys a lot of the food and going over our favorite pan. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us while we dine at Jaleo to figure out what is the best restaurant at Disney Springs. All right, so if you want to know how to get to Jaleo, I recommend parking at the orange garage. From there, if you're entering out the main entrance, you can make a left at the Starbucks, head straight down to the west side section of Disney Springs. That's going to be right across from Splitsville and the M&M store, right past AMC and Summer House on the Lake. If you're taking the boat transportation on the Sassagoula River, you will need to kind of trek all the way towards the back end of Disney Springs and go over a few bridges. All right, so we've checked in and have been seated. As you walk in, you'll notice a lot of eclectic, vibrant colors, a lot of reds. This is a Spanish-based restaurant, so a lot of hexagon patterns. They also have a wood-fired oven that they make their paella fresh on towards the back here. We have a great view of that oven actually from where we sit. All right, let's break down the menu for you guys. As we turn the first page, we can learn a little bit about José Andrés at the top left. This menu is very extensive, so I'm just going to go over some of the prominent options here. You can see the Iberica ham right there, and this is like some starters, but they are pretty, they are shareable, so they're a little bit pricey. You could say they have a Jaleo tower, which is good for sharing. And they have quesos, which are cheeses that are specially crafted and selected from Spain for this restaurant. Then to the right here, you can see the tapas. You can see in the cured meat sections, they have different types of the Iberico. This is a sobrasada type of version. That sounds pretty good. The José's Way section, so you can see some of José Andrés' favorite options right over here. I'm not going to try to say most of these things because I will say them wrong. You have the soups and salads right here at the bottom, and the vegetables. Notice there are a bit more, there's some more tapas over here, but there's more large plates than last time. See the fried items over here to the left, food items over here to the right. Salmon sounds pretty good. Grilled octopus. Shrimp. Sam's been in a shrimp mood. They have the carnes. Meats at the bottom. The Jaleo burger is the new thing that we saw outside. And they have the large plate, so this is where you can see the paella. We won't be getting this because, it is very costly to get it. You guys will only be seeing one thing. But they are known for it. They make it in like these big pans. If you're looking for some more classic things like filet mignon, New York strip, a Wagyu flat iron, let's find all this stuff right over here to the right back of the menu. We have a chef's tasting menu as well. So you have the Eat Like Jose, which is $150. You can do a wine pairing for an upcharge with this as well. You get 6 courses with that. That's what I did last time. It's the Jaleo experience. And this one you get 5 courses for. I was definitely very full at the end, and I did choose to do the upcharge with the ham. See the wine pairings for each one right here at the bottom. The yellow menu is the cocktail menu. Good Spanish restaurant has to have a ton of sangria, or at least a good amount of it. They have a grapefruit and honey non-alcoholic drink, as well as an apple saffron. The different beers and drafts that they have. If you want to get fancy water, you can spend $10. They also have Mexican sodas, bottled soda, and these items right here at the bottom. I think this is lemonade. Green menu are your wines. This thing is very extensive, so guys, I'm not going to film the whole wine menu, but just know they have a very extensive wine menu that you can see. All right, so we're starting off with the sopressata Iberico, a spreadable form of sausage. So very interesting. Sam, what's on it in this?
So this is a spreadable cured sausage from Mallorca, made with Iberico pork and Spanish pimenton, served with honeycomb and toasted bread.
So that's that pork I believe we had in our last video. They made a sausage out of it.
I never had spreadable sausage before.
Yeah, they do mix some red peppers in here, so it makes it a little bit spicier.
Yeah, I think the pimenton is like paprika.
Like we had a lot of bread for our sausage.
Yeah, the bread here is really good though. I'm wondering what the spice level on this is going to be. I might have to put the honeycomb, give it a little sweetness if it's too spicy. It's not too spicy, and it's like a creamy sausage. It's like a very interesting texture for a sausage. It also is coming across like a smoked flavor in it too. I'm wondering if you're gonna get that. It's really good. Honestly, the star for me is the bread. The bread is amazing here. It's like lightly brushed with olive oil. It has a perfect texture to it. I'm gonna put some of this honeycomb on.
Yeah, the honeycomb sweetness is supposed to offset some of the spice on there.
It's not too spicy though. I'm very sensitive to spice, and it's not overpowering. I think the honey is definitely the way to go with that though. Perfect amount of sweetness. I'm gonna give this a 7.
Interesting you went 7, Sam, for a ham that has been finely tuned for your palate. Although it is a little spicy, I think, for you.
It's not that it's too spicy. The texture is a little weird to me for a cured sausage. Like, I've never had a spreadable sausage.
Okay. That bread is so good.
I told you, the bread is the star of it.
Yeah. Just look at how crispy. You can hear the crunch. It tastes like there's a little bit of oil on top. I like this sopressata a lot. Especially with the Iberica. It's like melts in your mouth. It's almost like all the fat mixes in with a little bit of those spices. I really love that, and I love the bread. For me, this is way higher. I wouldn't say it's 10, but I'm close there. I'm going to go 9 with this. Just because the bread, I think, is perfect. The sopressata is like, with a sausage, you want so much almost fat in a sausage that the fat melts in your mouth. And the Iberica provides that because it's a very type of like fatty meat, but not fatty in a chewy way, fatty in like a melt in your mouth way. I think it's a great sausage. I've never had a spreadable sausage before, so I think it's so unique. Yeah, for me, that's a 9. Particularly and especially I think because this bread is just so good and it mixes so well with the sausage. Now these are one of our favorite things from last time. They're the croquettes. This time we got 2 separate flavors. What flavors did we get and what's on it in this, Sam?
So we got the pollo, which is the chicken, and then the jamon, and the ham. We had the chicken last time. They're golden brown fritters. There's a bechamel sauce in them. I don't know which is which though.
So one end is ham and one end is chicken. So I'm thinking maybe you'll try one end and I'll try the other so we can each try a different flavor on the camera. I think you just got chicken.
These are just incredible. These are this menu is so intimidating and there's so much on it. But if you get one thing here, please let it be these. It's like a family recipe. I think that that's been like 50 years old, the recipe, and it takes them 2 days to make these, and like you can tell. This one is very much like a chicken pot pie. The bechamel sauce is so good, and it's not greasy. It has like perfect fry on the outside of it. It's a perfect fritter, and it's a 10.
Yeah, I remember giving these a 10 last time. I can't wait to try the ham side. All right, ham fritter. Let's break this open. Look how gooey that is.
I feel like that looked like chicken.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the other side. Let's see. There we go. That's the ham right there.
I feel like ham and bechamel sauce has to go good together.
It melts in your mouth. Another thing with the ham, like all the ham here is just, it's so savory with the right amount of sweetness. These are crispy and then soft on the inside. It's the perfect texture for a fritter. They're 10 out of 10. They're like, for me, these are one of the must-get things when you come here. The food here is so good and it's like unique. Like the tapas style is incredibly elevated. Stuff you can't get anywhere else. I love the hamburger. The chicken one I had as well. Both good, both 10s. I say I prefer the ham just because I like a little bit of saltiness in my fritter, but both of them are incredible. All right, so if there's a new burger on the menu, you know I have to get it. This is the Jaleo burger ribeye meat. What else is on this, Sam?
So it's double stacked ribeye patties, American cheese, and secret sauce. You can also add Iberian ham to this.
I got it cooked medium rare, no lettuce, no tomato, purely going off the flavor of the meat, and of course a special sauce, which I think is Thousand Island dressing. That's usually what special sauce is.
It's really good. Completely just melts in your mouth. The meat is just so juicy and tender. There's so much flavor. I like how they layer the cheese. They put a lot of sauce, but not enough to like sog the bun out. Like it's perfect ratios of meat, cheese, condiments. The bread is really good. This is a really good burger. This is way better than what we had at the quick service. What with Pepe?
It's supposed to be, I think, the same thing, but the Pepe wasn't.
But yeah, I just feel like if you want to get their burger, like come to the restaurant. I don't think that this is another. If you're not going to do the tasting experience, burger and croquettes so far for me are
all the healthy stuff.
Yeah. Fried croquettes and a double cheeseburger. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Wow. Is this one of the best burgers at Disney? I'm trying to find out. Now, currently, I think my favorite burger is the OMG burger over at Raglan Road.
Are you talking about for Disney Springs or?
Yeah, for Disney Springs, yeah, for right now. I do want to do a top 5 burgers video. It's just hard video to produce. We both have jobs. We have to go to so many places. All right, a lot of grease on this. Sometimes grease. You want a greasy burger sometimes. The ribeye meat makes it, and the way they layer the cheese on here. Let's look at that. Just look at how tender that is. How that just pulls off.
I feel like Frank would have loved this one.
I almost feel like it'd be too fatty for Frank because it's got so much fat in it. This is really good, and it melts in your mouth. The brioche bun holds together the juice very well. Just look, it drips, but it drips in a good way. It's not like too greasy in my mind. And then of course, it needs Thousand Island dressing, guys. That's usually what the secret sauce is for a burger. But it's good. I would agree with your 9. I don't think it's the best. It's one of the best burgers at Disney for sure. I'm not sure if it's one of the best burgers. I do like to have like a little lettuce, tomato, pickles on my burger. But as far as like just like relying on the flavor of the meat and the sauce and the cheese goes, this is a winner. So I agree with your 9.
Okay, this is the gambas a la Zahara, which is head-on shrimp with garlic and extra virgin olive oil, prepared as Jose does in the summer. It also came with a side of bread.
So it looks like these just kind of fall right off the heads right there. Let's see if I can copy that again. But they do have the heads in here, and that is freaking Sam out. But if you look, it looks like this is just kind of so tender. They kind of fall, or maybe they don't. Oh yeah, see, it comes like right off.
I don't know, my shrimp era might be coming to an end. I don't know. I did get a little, I don't know if I'm ready to graduate to head-on shrimp yet. Please, oh my God.
All right, let's try it out.
It's in like a bath of garlic and olive oil.
They give you some bread to dip to, and the bread here is, all the bread slaps at Jaleo. All right, so let's dip the bread in this sauce, because that's what this sauce is really for. Look at that. It's absorbing all the juicy, gooey goodness. Oh, look at that. The sauce is very garlic forward. I like the shrimp a lot. The shrimp kind of just falls apart in your mouth. And by keeping the head on, I feel like you're getting a little bit more meat out of that. Very high quality. Very good. A little bit too much garlic for me, but I do like garlic. So I'm gonna go 8 with this. I think it's a great dish. It's a great shareable dish. Unfortunately, the heads of these shrimp are scaring Sam. So it looks like this is just gonna be a J dish for tonight. So I separated them for Sam, and she was willing to eat it. It's very garlicky, right?
Very, very, very garlicky. Very buttery. It is chewier. Is it chewier, or am I?
There's like a little bit more fat in it, I guess.
They said like when they're prepared with the heads on, it makes the whole thing more fatty. So I do really enjoy the texture. That's what I've been liking about shrimp, since I don't really eat that much seafood. I do enjoy the texture of it. I don't like the way that it looks though. But I agree with your 8.
Yeah, high quality. It's a little too garlic forward for me. All right, so we said we love the bread here, so we got even more of it. This is manchego cheese on top. This is something we really enjoyed last time we were here. What's it called, Sam?
This is the pan con tomate, and it's funny because last time I feel like I ordered these two things separately, and I put them together thinking I was like a genius, but you could just order this with the cheese on it.
Both are very good.
Or, you know.
So this is, I believe, like a tomato sauce on top of the bread?
So it's more like just like fresh tomato and not really a tomato sauce. So it's not as heavy, in my opinion. Again, the bread is amazing. And because it's not a tomato sauce and just like kind of like, I guess it's like tomato like kind of pureed, it just has like this fresh taste to it. The manchego cheese is not like it's a firmer cheese, so it's not like going to be like a super melty type of cheese on it, but it goes well. Like the consistency of like the crunchy bread, the nutty flavor of the manchego with that tomato, it's very balanced. But again, like the bread is like always the star. Anything that this bread is in, the bread is the winner. Even with the shrimp dish, like the bread and that garlic and oil was really good. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Yeah, I remember the bread being very good. I think this is the first item we'll be getting wrapped up because we've already eaten so much bread. I think we still have a salad coming, right, Sam?
Thank God we have some lettuce coming.
The tomato tastes so fresh. Like you can taste how fresh the tomatoes are. I almost want to have it without the cheese so I can just get the bread. The texture on this, so the crispiness at the bottom, the soft interior, the airy pockets, the way the tomato paste blends in the top part of that. The cheese adds to it too. It adds a unique flavor that just complements it. This is very good. I'm going to go with your 9. It's just probably one of the best like bread service things that you can buy at Disney Springs. One of the things I love about Disney Springs is just how many great restaurants are here, how many celebrity chefs are here, different types of cuisines, different styles of experiences, and this exemplifies that. The experience here, not digging into this dish, just having a very, very high quality meal. Gotta eat your greens, guys, and we got ourselves the avocado salad. I don't think it's exactly what it's called, right? No.
Ensalada de aguacate y mojo verde. So it's avocado, mojo verde, and a goat cheese. And it's so funny because usually when you get like an avocado salad, you're like, are they going to skip me on the avocado? And it's like mostly just avocado, so you don't have to worry about that.
This is a true avocado salad.
And our server suggested putting it on top of the bread, which I think is a good idea. I'm going to try it without it first.
You make yourself like a little sandwich.
So there's no lettuce, just like little microgreens on top. That's so good. I feel like I'm eating guacamole.
This is 100% going to be the hardest list we've ever had to produce because every spot I feel like has performed. Like every spot has garnered at least 1 or 2 10s.
Avocado is so creamy. And then it has like little sprinkles of goat cheese on top. The goat cheese has like a little bit of tang to it, but it goes so well. Both creamy textures. I wasn't expecting much from this. This is like a sleeper hit.
Making your smash.
This is like an avocado toast.
With tomato on there too, and cheese. That looks actually really good.
And like this bread is amazing. So I already know like putting that amazing avocado onto this bread is gonna be a winner. I think I'm gonna go 10.
Wow.
I really like it. And I really like the mojo verde with the avocado. That blew me away. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all to be that good.
All right, now I'm gonna have at it. So this is the goat cheese on top, which is a little bit more creamy texture. It's so high quality. I've never wanted to eat just pure avocado more in my life. All right, now I have to try the mix that they suggest.
I feel like I've had so many like wannabe fancy avocado toasts in my life at like high-end brunch places, and I think that just like blew away any like avocado toast I've ever had.
It's the sauce, it's the cheese, it's the fresh avocado. It's incredibly high quality. It's a 10. 10 out of 10. I feel like it's more just avocado than a salad, but I guess the avocado-based salad, that's very good. We have retrieved the dessert menu. It says chocolate right on it. As we open it up, we can find the desserts over to the left-hand side. For your allergies, they have a legend up here. Their most iconic treat is the one we had last time we were here. It's the pan con chocolate. It's a brioche ice cream chocolate flavored. I believe it's a kind of a Depression era recipe. Very iconic, very good. We have a flan, a rose con leche, cheesecake, yogurt and olive oil ice cream, a collection of sorbets, and a almond flour pastry. We did recommend blending the strawberry sorbet with the cheesecake, but we decided to go with the pan con chocolate because it's so original and so good. On the right hand side, they have the after dinner sips. They got coffees, teas. They also have some alcoholic drinks. This is an iconic dessert. It's the pan con chocolate. Sam, what's on and in this?
Chocolate custard with caramelized bread, olive oil, and brioche ice cream. Their bread is so good that they pair it with ice cream.
So one of these, I believe, is a custard and the other is the brioche ice cream, right?
The chocolate custard, this is the brioche ice cream, this is the caramelized bread. Look at that. It's like creme brulee, but not.
They also drizzled something on top of this.
Their caramelized top is so good. It is like so crunchy. And the brioche ice cream, like it tastes buttery. The brioche ice cream has such a unique flavor. Oh, that is smooth. I was getting like really tired throughout this meal because I had a really long day, and that just woke me up. It like went to my head. It's so good. It's so dark and bitter and smooth. I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah, this is an iconic dessert. I think one of the best in spring.
Like there's like a saltiness in it. Like it just hits all the spots.
This brioche ice cream has seen better days.
I always like mutilate everything.
I got a little bit of everything in there.
There's like sea salt in that too. Like I definitely taste it's salty, sweet, bitter.
Great, yeah. Great combination of flavors. Nice bitter flavor, and the texture of the ice cream. A little crunch from the brioche.
Brioche is in the ice cream. That's caramelized bread, which like it's so crunchy to me.
I meant to say caramelized bread. Again, we're very tired, guys. I love this custard too. It's just so dark and creamy. I'm gonna go 10 for that. I think it's a really good dessert. I think it's one of the best desserts that we've had here. On the same level as some of the desserts that we had over at Homecomin. That's very good. They scored 3 10s today. No doubt should be in the top 5. This is the hardest, I think I said this before, the hardest list we've ever had to do. I feel so bad putting any one of these restaurants in the 4 or 5 category, but they're so good. I think it's going to be probably the most subjective list we ever came up with, because everything has been incredibly good. I love Jaleo. Can't wait to come back to Jaleo. But it's time to count down. On our way out, I wanted to bring up the paella. You could see them using the fresh wood back there to cook it underneath that fire. And that grill in the back, I'm told there's only 100 of them in the U.S. I believe they cost over $120,000 each. They use it specifically because of the way it's able to heat the food. Really like dinner and a show over here. All right, before we count down our top 5, I did want to bring up that I feel like our last Jaleo video went a little bit more in depth for you guys. So we are going to link that in the description of this video in case you want to see the tasting experience. I do think the tasting experience may be the way to go in here. That entire meal with tip, about $160. It's about the same as our last meal where I did the tasting experience, so you did a few tapas. So pretty good value for the tasting experience because you get about 6 different courses. It's time for the countdown. 5 to 1, what we've been waiting for. I feel bad putting any of these restaurants at number 5. Before we go into this, I just want to bring up again, each of these restaurants excelled. We recommend all of them. This is a personal list, really, the most personal list we've ever had. Usually when we do these top 5, something will like falter. Like one of the experiences won't be as great as they usually are. But in this experience, each of these restaurants, they were exemplary. I think it's all based off of your personal preference and experience. So we're going to try to go over the positives and some of the fallbacks at each restaurant. Number 5, Morimoto.
I feel like people are going to be surprised by that one.
I think the dessert isn't very strong there. I also think that the service was the weakest we had here. Not bad service, but there was such amazing service at each of the restaurants that we felt like our waiter was a bit distant at Morimoto. And I think other people have had that experience previously as well.
Agree. We've also heard from people who have worked at Morimoto in the past in the comments, and like, I think there's a lot of stress on them at that restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not sure how like the setup is there, but the food is exemplary. Some of the best sushi you could find. If you were looking for the best Asian cuisine at Walt Disney World, it's Morimoto's restaurant, hands down. It's just out of all of these restaurants here, out of our personal experiences and our preferences, it's number 5. I still can't wait to go back though.
The ribs.
Yeah, the ribs, the best in Disney World. All right, number 4, and I feel terrible because we gave 2 10s today, but it's Jaleo, number 4. The weaknesses here is I don't think it's great for kids, and it's a tapas style experience. So while they do have main entrees, because it's shareable, I think that the entry point is fewer and far between. If there's only 2 of you, like Sam and I, you're going to be getting smaller plates. You won't be getting the paella, so it feels like something's maybe out of reach at certain experiences if you don't have a large group, I feel like. But the food is like so good, and I think that's honestly that weakness that I brought up maybe a strength here because it makes it more unique than any other spot, you know?
I do feel like the menu is very intimidating though.
Yeah, it's very big. It's, you know, but that's again a strength. It's a high-end Spanish cuisine-based restaurant, something you won't be able to find anywhere else, a place that you should experience, especially if you like Spanish cuisine. But again, for our palate, for our experience, we're trying to create a list that's going to be open to everyone and also kind of based off of our palates, things we keep going back to every time again. I will be coming back here. It is delicious, but I think that is kind of the fallback. I want to bring up too, this is probably some of the best service we had was at Jaleo's. Here in Wolfgang Puck were the 2 best service experiences we had throughout this entire list, but they were all very good.
The servers at Jaleo really know the entire menu in and out, can tell you the origin just off the top of their head, like they don't even have to think about it. And I feel like they take pride in working there, is the vibe that I get from the experience.
Yeah, it feels authentic and it feels like you're being transported to another place, something that's uniquely Disney. If you want Spanish cuisine, if you want tapas, this is again the place to go. I feel so bad putting it at 4, but 3 to 1, they were just a little bit better. Number 3 for us is Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill. It's our flavor palette. Meat, potatoes, Americanized food, Californian cuisine. The weakness of Wolfgang Puck was, I think, the atmosphere there. It's probably the most quiet restaurant, so that could be a strength for you. If you're not looking for a restaurant with like screaming kids, I think that's the place to go to. It's definitely got the most quaint type of atmosphere in it, but it doesn't feel very Disney when you're in there, you know, with the aesthetic.
It's very generic, and especially from the outside, I feel like people don't even know it's there. You walk right by it, it's very unassuming.
That's the weaknesses of it, but the food was incredible. It's our style food. Cookie skillets, burgers, pizzas, like it's like made for us.
The best service there.
That was the best service.
Down,
yeah.
Out of all 5 places.
Yeah, best service was at Wolfgang Puck. The food was incredible there. The only reason I'm not putting it at 1 or 2 is I think 1 and 2 probably hit a bit more 10s as far as the food goes. It feels a bit more of a unique experience that you could have at Disney. But I think if you're looking for like that classic comfort food in an elevated way, you can't go wrong with that restaurant. The service is exemplary and the food is just can't miss. Number 2, Chef Art Smith's Homecomin. We're in Florida, guys. A Florida restaurant's got to be within the top 3, and that is an amazing Florida restaurant. The fried chicken, probably the best at Walt Disney World. The desserts, the best on this list.
The moonshine.
Yes, the moonshine cake. Oh, the moonshine cake. The chocolate pecan pie, a Smith family recipe. You also have
hummingbird cake.
I was about
Like
to bring up
there's just,
hummingbird.
and it's the epitome of Florida when you go there.
Yeah, it's comfort food. It's delicious. You're in Florida. You're eating in Florida. The aesthetic of it looks like a little swamp shack in Florida. You have Art Smith's like cookbook right at the front. It's laid back. Yeah, it's the flavors of Florida. So I think just for the the aspect of it's transporting you to another place that is the same place you're in, which is Florida, you had to put it on the list. And I think the food there, especially the desserts, are some of the best at Disney World.
I also think it was one of the cheaper options. I don't have it with me now. I will put in all the prices of each meal as we've talked about each place, so you can see the total cost as well. But I do think that was one of the cheaper ones.
Yeah, so it's cost effective, it's delicious. They have a dessert sampler, which of course they have a dessert sampler. It's Florida comfort food. Amazing mashed potatoes, amazing mac and cheese, amazing fried chicken.
Fried pickles.
Yeah, Homecomin it had to be in the top 3, and for this video it's our number 2. Drum roll please, our number 1 place in all of Disney Springs is, you know it, we love it, the Boathouse. It sits right on the landing section of Disney Springs. Beautiful views of the Sassagoula River, the boats going by. It has a ride next to it. It has a gift shop. It is eclectic. It is beautiful. You can sit on a dock and eat food. The Boathouse feels uniquely Disney, and also one of the reasons it's number 1 on this list, it meets our flavor palettes. We love steak. I love seafood. It has amazing fries. Like, everything feels elevated. Everything feels good. I just feel like you can't go wrong with Boathouse when you're here.
And remember that crazy dessert we got that they said was for 2 people, but was definitely for a family of 5?
Yeah. The turtle cake is huge. They also have a strawberry shortcake right now that's seasonal that I really want to have.
There's rubber duckies in your cocktails. It's just the perfect place. It is very loud, and people have commented that on the video, and it's just it is. So if that's not your thing, you're not going to want to go to Boathouse. But it has so many other things that I think, I'll put up with the loudness.
The service there is also always exemplary. We had a server last time where everything was located on the menu. The steaks are made specifically for there. The oysters are made specifically for there. They make pretty much
everything in-house there. I've already told, there was 2 things that they didn't make in-house. Everything else comes from that kitchen.
Yeah, so it's delicious, it's great, it's eclectic, it feels Disney.
Bread service.
Yeah, so which is why for us it's number 1. The weakness, it's loud. For me, that's the one weakness there. But other than that, I think it's number 1. I'm sure people will disagree with this list, as you should, because everyone is different. Everyone has different flavor palettes and opinions that they have. So let us know below. What are your favorite restaurants in Springs? If they didn't make the list, let us know. We have eaten at all the spots here, so we would maybe want to do it at other spots. Maybe if or try a place out again, see if maybe you can knock the list up or change things up again. We're always out to try new places out. Or trying a place again is what I should actually say.
We did have a really good experience at House of Blues that really surprised us, and we almost thought that it was going to make the top 5, but the competition was too stiff.
Yeah, no, the House of Blues is very good. We've had great experiences at Wine Bar George, which we thought was going to make the top 5 until we had a bad experience there and a great experience at Jaleo. So I feel like it could be ever changing. Remember, they changed the chefs up at these restaurants a lot. So you could get a different experience, any particular time that you go. I think Boathouse has been the most consistent. It's also the place we visit the most.
Off camera, yes.
Yeah, you can go to the bar and get the full menu there, so it's something that we'll regularly do. I think it has the most open area for entry for most people.
Good brunch, too.
Great brunch, great place for kids. So I think for this instance, it wins. In a few years, maybe we'll try this little crawl out again, see if things change up. Again, we recommend every single restaurant on this list. They all have their strength. They are all unique. If you're looking for Spanish cuisine, tapas, you're going to Jaleo. If you're looking for Asian cuisine, go to Morimoto. If you want comfort food, go to Homecomin. Yeah, if you want elevated, classic Californian cuisine, you go to Wolfgang Puck. And if you want to feel like you're at Disney and eat high-end cuisine, go to Boathouse. And if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications, that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. Every time we ate at one of these restaurants on this list, we felt bad knowing that one of them had to be a 5, a 4, or a 3. But all of them were really good. It really was, I think, the most subjective list we've ever done.
Also, thank you for watching, if you did watch, because I thought people were going to give up on this series, considering it took us so long to finish it, and we really do apologize for that. It wasn't done timely due to conflicts in schedule and other hotel stays we had booked.
Epic Universe.
Yeah, Epic Universe.
Yeah, Epic Universe pulled everything back.
Wilderness Lodge, like we had things that kind of just got in the way of us being able to film this video.
Yeah, they took precedent. Also, it's like we both have full-time jobs, so it's hard for us to organize things sometimes when we're doing series or even top 10s or even when new things come out. Yeah, I have to ask for PTO when we do like the opening days of the festivals and things like that. But we love doing it. We appreciate you guys watching, and the people you see scrolling up on the screen right now, those are our members. I want to give a special thank you to them and their generosity for helping us fund this channel. If you have any interest in a membership, we have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and credits credentials like you're seeing right now. If you have any interest in a membership, check out the join button below. You can learn about all the different tiers and perks, but even if you can't become a member, if you're someone who just consistently likes, comments, subscribes, engages with these videos in any way, you help us make more of them. We feel very privileged to be able to make them. You know what I realized? When we do these end credits little scenes right here,
we're always in front of the Boathouse.
Yes, our #1 restaurant is always right there, so maybe that was a giveaway. As always,
keep it going for Frank.